everybody. Welcome to Wine on the Dime, Halloween edition. Now, witching hour comes. No, literally. Witching hour's here. So like I picked up this bottle of wine. It's the Witching Hour 2015 red blend from California. It was $8 if I recall, and 13.5% alcohol by volume. So I went ahead and said, you know what? I saw this. Someone gave me a bottle of Apothic Inferno, and I decided, why not? Let's try them both. So starting with Witching Hour. Starting with Witching Hour. So from here, it looks kind of like your standard red blend. It's more red than anything else. There's not really hints of purple. I would say from a color standpoint, it's about the normal kind of density you would expect. It's not like super syrupy or thick, but it's not really light by the looks of it. I mean, overall, color, dark red, just dark red. Kind of like blood. I gotta stop. So, but it also just doesn't have any artifacts, no discoloration, looks pretty good. From a nose standpoint, ooh, that's cherry. There's a lot of cherry in that wine. Man, that's all I'm getting is cherry. There's a little, maybe like a little plum and brown sugar now. Let's move this around, swirl it around a little bit, make it breathe. Yeah, so I'm gonna hint of brown sugar and a little bit of plum, 99% cherry in there. From a taste standpoint, it's cherry. Yeah, it's cherry. It's just very heavy cherry wine. I'm not getting really anything else in it. Yeah. So Witching Hour, I'm gonna go ahead and rate you an okay. So now let's take a look at Apothic. So the Apothic is something that's actually kind of interesting to me. It's Apothic Inferno. It is Red Blend 2015, also from California. And the thing that it was really interesting to me is it's aged in whiskey barrels for 60 days. And it has an ABV of almost 16%. It's 15.9%. That is going to be a powerful wine. My wife drank half of this, and that's while I was out working out. I'm pretty sure that's why she's asleep really early. So let's take my sample. From a color standpoint, comparing the two, they're the same. Comparing the two, if someone handed me both and said, oh, looking at them, figure out which one's which. No, they both look the same. They both have sort of the same type of consistency. Both no artifacts, good clarity. They're pretty much on par. From a nose standpoint, 100% different. They did not lie. They aged that in whiskey barrels. It's like if you open a bottle of like Bullet Rye or Bullet Bourbon or something like that, and man, it's a rye. It would be a rye whiskey. It doesn't have the sweet elements that you would get with a bourbon. But here's the thing, though, is it's overpowering any other notes. I'm not getting anything other than bourbon or whiskey. Why do I keep calling it? It's whiskey. I know the difference between whiskey and bourbon. I prefer bourbon. I'm just screwing up the name. Yeah, but all I smell is whiskey. That's it. I don't get any of the actual fruit notes. So now I'm concerned. So let me go ahead and do a tasting. Well, see, and that pulls it back a little bit. I'm not, still kind of a cherry note. The bourbon isn't as strong, but it is very present. It's present throughout the entire, from the start to finish. And it actually makes the finish longer. So that was a very short finish. This is probably more closer to a medium finish. I'm just not getting a lot of complexity of it. I mean, it's kind of like a cherry raspberry wine with bourbon. I mean, I'm not gonna, so I'm not certain which I'm going to choose. Because on one side, I have the Apothic. On the other side, I have Witching Hour. Side by side, taste this. I have an idea. Use some black magic alchemy. I've combined them. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna rate Apothic okay as well. And combining them, that just Voltron the wine, and it's much better. So this is a good. When you combine them both, this is good. So, guys and ghouls, if you are out there and you are trying to figure out which of these wines to choose for your party, because you want to bring a couple bottles, pro tip from Wine on the Dime, buy them both and combine them into like a carafe or something. And like swirl up, make sure it's really good aerated, because they complement each other really well. The fruitiness that you get from the cherry helps dull out some of the whiskey kind of wood effect that you get here. This gives a little bit of body and sort of like a tannic taste to this. Together, they create the Apothic Witching Hour Inferno. Apothic Witching Hour Inferno. And I think that is the best option when trying to choose between both of these wines, is to buy both and combine them and enjoy your evening. And plus it will lower the ABV a little bit in case you were just gonna go straight Apothic, because you don't want people just getting like sloppy drunk, unless it's that kind of Halloween party, and then that's just getting weird. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. Have you had Witching Hour Red Blend or Apothic Inferno? I'd like to know. Please leave a note in the comments below, and I'll see you guys again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime. In the meantime, be safe. Be safe. Be safe.